Okay, let's get into it. Bro, the vibes are good in the Los Ratones camp right now. Okay, draft. So, Scion ban, pretty much a mandatory ban against boss. Los Ratones chose red side. Wow, they chose red side over blue side. I wonder why they like red side more. Maybe like access to Drake or something. Because normally blue side is more desirable. All right, Caitlyn. Caitlyn ban. That's what teams are going to start doing. Crownie played 3 games of Caitlyn. They won them all. So they're trying to get him off the pick. Poppy ban into boss. Maybe that signals that BB wants to play something like Asante. I think it makes sense. They're trying to ban out boss here because boss looks way worse on the games where he played like... When he played like Groggets and Poppy, I think those were his best games. He looked way worse on the Kled. Like the Kled was just not it. When he was just playing some of the other champs like Volibear and Kled, it was just way worse. So makes sense. First pick Rise. Okay, so Azir and Orianna are both banned. So Heller is kind of baiting out the Rise pick here. I like this actually. So they ban both of the top tier mid laners because then you go to the next tier of mid laners, which is like Talia Rise. And then there's other things you can play. Like for example, if they draft, Rise, you can play things like Anivia or Malzahar or Cassio. And if they play Talia, you can play other champs into Talia that like you want to play. Like for example, tanks and stuff become actually way better in the game because Talia doesn't have insane consistent damage. But yeah, like I could see them trying to bait out the Rise first pick because you don't want to give Rise to Los Ratones right now because Nemesis is probably the strongest player on the team, right? So the Mundo, I mean, Velia has just been playing Mundo nonstop. Mundo Yunara, okay. So Mundo early picked. Interesting. So Jace is up, and Skumond could be able to play Jace here. I think Jace would actually be a pretty strong pick. Jace is just the best champion, in my opinion, on the patch. I'm surprised that it's actually still up. And a player like Skumond normally plays everything. He's like mechanically good enough to play everything. And normally when you have Mundo comps like Mundo Yunara and you have a Rise on your team, normally this means that the enemy mid laner is going to play like Anivia or Cassio or Malzahar, something that's not great engage. And then your Jace should have a ton of value in the game. So I don't know like what it is about Europe and Jace. I wonder why they don't like the pick because like I think it's really OP. If you watch LCK and LPL, it's essentially just banned almost every single game. And here when the Mundo is already picked, they're not going to hit you with Malphite. Malphite is good into Jace. The matchup is fine individually, but then also Malphite provides engage, which is good into Jace. So you would think that they would just be willing to play the Jace here because it would make Nemesis's lane way harder to play. Isn't Jace bad into Mundo? No, I don't think Jace is bad into Mundo. Like you can't kill Mundo, but Jace is not OP because you just like walk in and you fist the enemy jungler 1v1. Jace is OP because you don't have to build mana items and you just build full lethality and then you EQ people off the screen and just win standoffs before anything happens. So normally if you have another champion on your team that's good at killing a Mundo, so if you have a Yunara on your team or an Aphelios on your team or an Azir on your team or just another champ that actually has the ability to kill the Mundo, then you just play Jace and you force the standoff. So I think Skumon can play Jace well. I mean, has he played it? I know Razork played Jace and it was really fucking bad. Aatrox is pretty good into Mundo. I mean, it's a better individual matchup into Mundo, but it's not like great into Yunara. Normally into Yunara, if you want to play into that champ, you normally want something with CC. Yes, he went 8-0 versus SK. Sounds like he should play Jace. And Anivia, yeah. Okay, so here's the Anivia, pretty classic pick. Everyone's been talking about the Anivia pick in my chat, so there it is. Makes sense. Pick it on 3. Jaxban, Narban for Los Ratones. What is Boss going to play? What did he play again? He played Kled, right? Yeah, he played Kled. Remember now. Rumble pick for BB. That's actually pretty surprising because BB normally doesn't play Rumble. And then Lebrov is playing Lulu. I don't know, bro. If I was playing versus Los Ratones, I would not want to opt into Enchanter matchups if I could avoid it. I would want to draft things like Nautilus and force the issue and make Reckless either play Braum, which, maybe I would ban Braum if I wanted to go the Nautilus route, but I would want him to play lanes where he has to play engage as opposed to just double enchanters. I feel like when you play double enchanter matchup, Reckless is going to generally be better than your support. So I really hate opting into this for G2. I think that this is right up Los Ratones alley. Bro, it's actually so impressive that Los Ratones has been able to get so many good drafts for them. Like, even if you don't think this is just a winning draft, because I mean, there are problems here, right? You have Kled into Rumble. Like, I think a good Rumble will probably stomp that lane. But considering the champion pools Los Ratones has, like Velia essentially has just only been playing Mundo pretty well. Like he tried Jarvan, he couldn't play. Considering they can't play like almost any of the really OP champs in roles outside of mid and AD carry, they end up winning drafts a decent amount of the time. Like That's fucking crazy. It's hard enough to find a winning draft when you can play all the champs. But what happens when you can't play all the champs? Yeah, I mean, this is like great. I mean, this Anivia pick didn't get countered at all. Like, normally you want some form of engage into Anivia. Like, Anivia is really good into champs like Aatrox as well. Like, Aatrox can hop the wall, and it can be hard to kill. But you would much rather play Anivia into Aatrox than Anivia into, like, Mbessa. Like, things that just fly off the screen, or like Jarvan, Mbessa. Just things that fly off the screen and just one-shot you, and you don't even get to play the game. You know, like, you don't get to use your wall. You don't get to control terrain. And the Nami counter pick. Yeah, this is what Reckless did yesterday. He just plays... what was he playing into yesterday? Played Nami into Karma. Like, if you just draft an Enchanter into Reckless, he'll just play Nami and be completely fine in the game. Karma is not true Enchanter, but you get the point. Range support that doesn't one-shot you. All right. I don't know, bro. I feel like this is kind of troll from Skewmon. Does he not want to invade here? Level 1? I feel like one of the best strengths of Aatrox into Mundo is that Mundo is pretty weak early game. And Aatrox can just like take the Raptor camp in front of Mundo if he just like late invades it. He can just take the Raptor camp in front of Mundo, and Mundo has no counterplay for it. And generally, as Aatrox, you're not that fast. When it comes to killing buffs and single target camps, Mundo is way faster because of Cleaver. But when it comes to AoE camps, like Raptors, Aatrox is significantly better at killing them. So I'm surprised that like he didn't like try to walk in late or something, take away the Raptors, because Mundo wants to just full clear all of his camps in a line, as opposed to Aatrox, who can play the more fucked up game of like, oh, I got your Raptors, now I go back to my Raptors and walk from camp to camp and play like a more fucked up path. I think that if you're just full clearing over and over again, Mundo is extremely happy versus pretty much every champ in the game. I mean, normally this matchup is not very good for Anivia early game, right? Anivia scales into the matchup, but it's not that easy early game. So Velia showing on vision. Hans is giving the angle. I mean, obviously, Los Ratones should know 100% that Aatrox is here. They just landed a really good W. He has Ghost. It's fine. When does Velia W? Velia W's early and takes like no damage in his W. Kind of. Hey, there's a world where you die here, to be honest. That's Velia. That's 2 flashes and a heal. I mean, that's very advantageous for G2. Super happy with that. Skewmon won't be able to cross here because Anivia has to base. So Ryze is back mid. Anivia has to base, and then Aatrox should be able to get top crab. It's happening top. Our boss is doing pretty well here. This is exactly how you want... If you're playing Kled into Rumble, this is exactly how you want to play your dismount. Because right here, he knows that Rumble doesn't have enough heat because Rumble just uses Q. He knows that Rumble doesn't have enough heat to overheat and kill the Kled. Like, if you overheat with Rumble and you hit everything and your Flame Splitter is on, you can actually kill the Kled before he's able to remount. But here, this is perfect timing because BB isn't able to overheat. So now boss would be able to remount. So boss is playing the lane actually pretty well. Also, BB is just not that great of a Rumble. G2 has had this issue for years now. Okay. Not bad for Nemesis, honestly. Like, you lose your egg, but like most people are down to get egged in lane and just have another HP bar. It's better for you to lose your egg and then walk back into lane with full HP than to be in lane at like 100 HP. And if you get egged, it's just completely GG for you. Pretty slow game. Skewmon's doing the tech. Basing late so that he can finish his Krugs to get upgraded smite. See how he's on 22 stacks. Velia didn't do the tech, but he has a plan. I don't mind him not doing the tech if he plans on just doing Drake immediately. I think he's doing it on vision. And Nivea can't... Nivea can push now. He's just at level 6. But people aren't moving over that quickly. See what happens here. I mean, Ryze has ult. Ryze is going to ult here. Oh, Velia got it. That was scary, bro. This was fucking terrifying. What did he even get it with? Like, he obviously smited, but was there, like, what? I mean, good fucking smite, I guess. Good fucking smite. He was polymorphed, something hit it, and it died from 667. So I don't even blame Skewmon for missing the smite. That was extremely fucking risky. But honestly, things have been going pretty fucking well for like LR in the tense situations, like the Herald situation or this. They've been having some good fortune. I like that. Like the Nivea tick, but I mean the Nivea. I'm surprised the Nivea tick did 67 damage to Drake. Because normally champs just do like 0 damage to Drake these days. All right, cool. Still completely fine for Skewmon. What does Skewmon do after this? He goes back to his Krugs. He loses top crab. That's really bad for him. But it looks like he's running to top crab now. And yeah, Rumble has push. So he is going to get top crab as well. I think that right now Skewmon should run to Mundo's red. Okay, he's doing it. Correct. Even if you don't get the red, getting these raptors would be nice. Yeah, but just run to his jungle. This is correct from Skewmon. Yep, gets the raptor camp. That's what you want to do as Aatrox. Now you just full clear down. Try to just tell your mid laner to ward so that you don't lose your own raptor camp. Because Velya is going to want to take his raptors. I feel like Ryze is greeting for this plate, but I think he should have warded River. Skewmon's actually going to get raptors here. Okay. Or I mean, Velya's going to get raptors here. Going to get Skewmon's raptors. I guess he could have potentially crossed his own raptors, to be honest, because his top side's never getting invaded. I think that this is kind of a mistake. Like, giving your own raptors here kind of sucks. Could have done raptors red and then reverse cleared. I mean, his red would have been like late though. He would have crossed like now. It wouldn't have been that bad. And then you just like reverse clear and you play for grubs. I think that could have worked. And I don't think that Lulu Aphelios would be diveable bot here. I think if they were, Ryze would be able to cover it. So maybe this could be a better path from Skewmon. It's debatable though. Ballion's going really well for Crowny and Hans though. Or for Crowny and Reckless, I mean. Hans is pretty far behind. I wouldn't say, I mean, I guess pretty far behind is like a little bit of an exaggeration, but you're very happy as Yunara here. Skewmon got grubs. Boss is fine in the lane. He's definitely losing, but considering it's Kled versus Rumble, I think you're very happy here. And also, you are Mundo versus double AP, which is generally nice, but with Aatrox and Aphelios, you are extremely killable throughout the game. Hans? Oh, that bubble missed? It's unlucky. Reckless could have, I guess, aimed it slightly better. It looked like it was going to hit, though. Surprised that actually missed. I mean, yeah, Crowny could force a little bit, but he wouldn't all in here because he knows his junglers on the opposite side of the map. It's pretty hard to kill this guy because of Lulu ult and heal and stuff. Trade of sums. I mean, right now the trade of sums I would say is good for G2, obviously. Crowny lost flash. Flash and heal for Ghost and heal. That was really awkward from Skewmon. What the fuck? Like, he doesn't QE here. He EWs. I feel like you always want to QE and then W and then Q2. And then he ults here. It's fine, I guess. Maybe they could have... Oh, okay. He loses smite. Oh, good smite from Velya. It's a one situation for Los Rotones. Nice. It just looks so weird seeing an Aatrox EW. Like almost every good Aatrox I see, which is pretty much just top laners. I mean, I'm not that good at Aatrox either, right? As a jungler, you haven't played this champion for years the way top laners have, but it's almost every good Aatrox will just Q1 E, W when the Q1 lands, Q2, and even if like they have phase rush, it'll be hard for them to get out of the W range depending on angle there. and assuming they have to cast spells. And you can chunk pretty hard if you do that combo. Sundered Sky for Skewmond, and then you have Velia with his Heartsteel. It should not be that easy of a Mundo game throughout. See what happens on this Drake. I mean, on this timer, I mean, Crowny has Kraken Slayer. Depends on Aphelios' guns, to be honest, if they can fight this Drake. Skewmond is here. Skewmond has ult in 7. Velia has ult. And Crowny should be stronger right now. Let's see. He's just no flash, which makes it a little bit scary to enter like this. He does have ult. They're trolling, no? Shouldn't they just send on Crowny here? I'm pretty sure if they send on Crowny here, like if Hans just looks on Crowny where he has no flash, he's just dead, no? Crowny is 100% dead here. When the TP's coming in, like TP's coming in, he has Rumble ult. So like if he starts TPing and Hans, Skewmond, and Lebrov start running at Crowny, I don't really see how Crowny can live. Also, Nemesis is TPing mid. Yeah, they know Nemesis is TPing mid. This is horrible from G2. He has RE? Yeah, I mean, I know he has RE, but he's going to be rooted. He has Reckless ult and RE, but he's still dead. Right? Like, he'll be rooted. People will walk on him. Reckless will ult. Like, I mean, Hansama has flash for the Nami ult as well. There's going to be TB behind with Rumble ult, like, in this corridor, because they'll probably have to run to his turret. I think he's just dead. I'm actually really surprised that G2 is playing it like this. Well, Velia ends up dying. They end up going on Velia here. I don't think Velia sees the TP. Let me see if anyone on Los Ratones pings the TP. They're calling TP. I don't see any pings. No one pinged the TP. So it looks like Los Ratones probably had boss saying that this guy is TPing, but they had no clue where he was TPing. It's also pretty bad that Los Ratones is opting into this when they have TP disadvantage, you know? The Rumble has TP advantage. So Los Ratones should just be giving this. I mean, also Anivia doesn't really want to fight right now. They got the first Drake anyway. I think this could have been kind of disastrous. If they walk up here, like when Crowny steps here, you know? Like I'm seeing Crowny step here. Skewmon has ult. If Hans just clicks forward one time and roots him, and then Skewmon just Q1 E onto Crowny, that will definitely hit during the root. And then Crowny will have to EW backwards, and then Rumble ult's coming in. So I thought that, I mean, I think G2 is playing this really pussy considering that it's a 5v4 here. Boss couldn't cancel TP because he was dismounted, so he had nothing to cancel TP. Didn't have Q or anything. They can keep on going here, can't they? Okay. Got Crowny's ult as well. I mean, that's pretty big play for G2. Get Drake. Boss gets some farm top. Rumble gets a kill. Oh, Hans? I mean, this type of stuff is like still disconnect from Los Ratones though. Like, it's like we just don't have TP top. Just give them the Drake. It's 5v4. Even if you have item completed on your AD carry, it's not like the Aphelios is insanely weak. It's like Aphelios does have a BF sword. Okay, they're looking onto Nemesis. Okay. Nemesis just gets out of there. Skewmon didn't want to like commit ult or anything because this guy is phase rush and flash. Overall, game is still fine for Los Ratones. Gold is in decent spot. Cole has already been cashed in for Crowny. Nara's in a good spot. Anivia is farming. Nothing disastrous has happened in the jungle yet, even though Velia's died twice. Okay. And this is why it's really annoying to play Rise into Anivia. Just continually just get slowed. It's very hard for you to cast your spells. Oh, that could have been a flash blow, I think. Well, he has phase rush. That would have been close. If he walled him in, it could have been really close. Nah, I mean, he's probably just gonna still walk it off because of the phase rush, but still. Yeah, he might panic flash. Because Nemesis would land one more E, but his Q is still on CD. So skimming through. I mean, it's not too much to talk about this game. This game has been pretty standard. As far as Los Ratones games go, this is definitely the most standard one. which I would say is a good thing for LR. Like, their games before were just like a lot of mistakes. Like, if you just think about the last game that we reviewed yesterday, Velia's just walking into enemy Grump level 3 over a ward where Mkoy just knows where he is. He gets the Grump by a miracle from God, and then he tries to invade the blue 1v3, dies. It's like the whole game is insanely fucked up from early. So if they can stabilize the early games, that was always the weakness of Los Ratones. They were always like a pretty bad early game team, and then as the game went longer, it felt like they made better and better decisions in ERLs. So if they can get to the point where versus LEC teams, they're playing pretty even early games, they have like a very good shot of doing well. I mean, yeah, bro, if Boss is down 150 gold on the enemy top laner at 15 minutes, hell yeah. You know, like, if you compare that to the other games he was playing, you know, he was down fucking 2k gold to the Rooster in Italy. Shit was tough. Yeah, let's see this. Decent stun. See how this goes here. They have inside track on mid. I mean, this is also a little bit scary for LR. Just honestly, I think G2's comp, like, they just don't have much CC. So Nemesis can play pretty disrespectfully here. Gets Rumble ulted. Q1 has to flash, stuns him. Lebrov is just standing here in front. I don't know what Lebrov is actually trying to do here. He's just standing right in front of Nemesis. Is he trying to... I mean, yeah, I don't know what he's actually trying to do here. Okay, gets cleavered. Gets stunned. Affiliate ult doesn't land. What happens to Hans here? BB has no ult. And they don't really want to fight this anymore because Scumon's so low and there's no Rumble ult. So this is Los Ratones' strong timer. I think most people just want to get out. Hans doesn't want to have to walk through a Nivea ult, but he does. Ends up getting cleavered. Okay. Nemesis gets another E off. Nami wave. Clips Lebrov. Lebrov has flash though. He just doesn't want to use his flash until he's dead. Nice. He just thought that the slow from the Nami wave wouldn't be enough. He was like, surely I can just walk this off. And then Crowny starts hitting him and he's like, he has to flash this shitty path because of the wall. It's like he's not even walking straight anymore, right? He's like trying to walk over the lip and then Crowny just chases him down. Nice. Honestly, Crowny's Yunara, I think he played one other Yunara. Yeah, it looks way better than the first time I saw it. Okay. This is a good play from G2 though. This is the one thing that their comp does better than G2's, like these overload plays because of Ryze. I mean, normally it's the Ryze being brought to the Rumble lane, but this also works. And G2 is going for second Drake as well. Hans should walk over here right now. There's like no flashes on most people on G2 right now. Oh, BB. Nah, that's reportable from Broken Blade here. Not the best cue from Nemesis. Like, BB could just walk away right now. He can just walk away and he's fine, and Nemesis is just going to catch the wave, which is fine for Los Ratones, right? Because he gets the top wave in. G2 is missing the top wave. Even though Boss died, they probably weren't going to be able to contest Drake anyway. They didn't have Mood ult. They didn't have Yunara ult. I mean, Yunara has no ult and Mundo has no ult. They're just not that strong champions. Where like Aatrox without his ult is not super strong, but he's, I think, just generally a better champion than Mundo. Depends on how you're playing, to be honest. In like a direct fight, Aatrox is better, and then Mundo is better at poking. But the fact that BB stands here to try to like hit this harpoon, he S keys and tries to hit this harpoon off the TP. Number one, he throws it poorly. He throws it here, but he should know that Nemesis is TPing from top, and the way TP works is that you'll be on the side of the turret that you TP from. So if you TP from base, you'll be behind the turret. If you TP from top, you're going to be on the side of the turret here. Like, you're going to come in from this direction. So he's going to land here. Yeah, because he TP'd from top, right? So he doesn't even aim it in the right spot. And now Nemesis has an angle to run him down where he's no flash, and he has fucking tabbies. This guy can't play the game. Nami Anivia combo. Okay, Aphelios is coming down here. Same with Lulu. Lulu can't get to him in time. He didn't have ult anyway. Scumon is here. Scumon misses Q2. Ryze is here. I mean, honestly, that's fucking great for LR, kind of. I mean, they got 2 for 1, and Rise had to walk down here, and Kled TP top, or Kled walk top and can get top turret. No, he TP top. Sorry, it was just delayed here. I was like, how did Kled get top so fast? But it was showing, like, after he TP'd, watch the TP finish. It's like kind of showing that he had TP here. Like, I saw him in top lane with TP. I'm like, how the fuck did he get there? But no, he TP's top, clearly. But yeah, I mean, this is really good. And to be honest, this is a play from Los Ratones that makes even more sense when you think about it, because from LR's point of view, they think it's very unlikely for Rise to walk bottom here. Like, Rise obviously changes his path and walks bot because he sees BB getting engaged on. But in a lot of worlds, Rise is already like portaling to top, and he's trying to go to the top wave that's dying to the turret, right? He's going to try to defend top here. So if you make this play, and like, let's say Nemesis goes 1 for 1 with BB, but they're able to get the wave here, and Kled TP's top, like, they will end up getting top turret off this play. And to be honest, Los Ratones could have maybe got out here. If Nemesis didn't flip that Rise was going top, and he just clicked back, there's a world that they could survive. But he's clicking aggressively because he thinks that most likely Rise is going top. And I think that if Rise was going top, they would win this 3v3. It's good that Velia gets this kill, though. Oh, the Lulu. It's really nice. Scumon's going to take this portal here, and he's out. Oh, he's not taking the portal. And they're hitting mid at the same time. I mean, it's literally just better macro from Los Ratones. And the original macro play from G2 was good, but I mean, LR gets 2 turrets for this. Okay. They're up 1k gold to G2. Bro, this is a bad look for G2, because I actually watched their KCB game yesterday, and G2 has now lost 2 early games to the 2 ERL teams, which for a team like G2 that's supposed to have the best 2 solo laners in Europe and one of the best ADs in Europe and the best jungler in Europe, like, most of these players are considered to be absolutely elite in their region. The fact that they're like not winning early games versus 2 ERL teams, or the 2 ERL representatives, that's like not a great look. I'm surprised that Mundo doesn't go red smite. I saw a lot of Mundos going red smite now that you get movement speed through the jungle. I think it's pretty good, to be honest. Like, bro, when a Mundo hits you with cleaver on red smite, you get nuked. It is a complete bomb on your head. So Nemesis went the Malignance route. Pretty interesting. I don't really know too much about Anivia builds, but Malignance on Anivia ult sounds like, I mean, it sounds like you would just take a lot of damage from it. Obviously, you're not doing it for the, I mean, I assume you're not doing it for the old CDR. What is Velia doing here? I don't like what Velia is doing at all. He's giving them free angle for no reason. Why is he doing this? Okay, I mean, he gets chunked. Like, they drop Herald. It's just, like, kind of risky for no reason in my mind. Ends up surviving, but he just loses W, loses some HP. Doesn't really do anything by having this position. Drake is in 2 minutes anyway, so I don't think G2 should... I mean, G2 is looking to fight pretty hard on mid because Nemesis has no TP. I just don't think their champs do this that well. Like, there's a chance you go in here, then Crowdy just makes fun of you. Just REs backwards, it just kills everyone. Try to go in. Got the ball wave. Now they're going mid. Boss is going top early. Caps is missing his Q on minions. Okay. Do you mind going back to red? Probably just going wherever the fuck he wants. Honestly, next game tomorrow, I'm going to predict the bans right now. I'm going to predict the bans tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sion, Caitlyn, Mundo bans. Tell me I'm wrong. Tomorrow's bans from Navi are going to be Sion, Caitlyn, Mundo. It's like you have to at this point, right? 100%. Like, it just is what it is. Nami ban as well. I mean, you can ban Nami in 4 or 5, but Nami 1, 2, 3 is not that good. Because normally you're going to want to take your jungler and your mid 1, 2, 3. Like the meta right now is that a lot of times, because a lot of the jungle mid combos are really strong. Like for example, Talia Vi, Talia Pantheon, Orianna Nocturne, Azir Jarvan, Jarvan Oric, because all these champions are really strong together. These pairings are really strong. Normally the meta is you take your AD carry, your mid laner, and your AD carry, your mid laner, and your jungler. 1, 2, 3. And then obviously there's iterations. If Rumble's up, a lot of times you take Rumble 1, 2, 3. But here, I mean, Rumble even 1, 4, 5. But a lot of people like picking their comp like that because it still allows for support counter pick, and it allows your top laner to drop, because there's a lot of top laners that can become strong in 4-5 with certain types of bans. Like, for example, you ban out Renekton and Bessa becomes, like, S tier. You ban out Gwen, Sion becomes S tier. This type of mentality. Obviously, in Los Ratones game, Sion's banned 1, 2, 3 because Boss is in the game, but just general, like, champ ideas, just throwing it out there. There you go, Nidalee. I mean, I like Nidalee for Velia. I just don't know what they're going to play it with top. Because normally you want to be playing Nidalee Renekton, but Boss doesn't really want to play Renekton. And Kled and Volibear are his other two champions that he plays that are like, they can do some physical damage. Volibear does a lot of magic damage though, and he actually likes to build the AP build, so not even really Volibear, but those champions are not picked early. You know, like those champions are not pickable in a lot of games. We saw what happened when he tried to blind Volibear. He just got Nard and it was just GG, right? He could go Poppy, but Poppy and Nidalee, it doesn't really have synergy. It's very hard if somebody's like running away from a Poppy. It's very hard for Poppy to, you know, like CC somebody for a Nidalee. Like Renekton Nidalee is so good because the Renekton stun, you can do it anywhere. It's not a conditional stun. As long as you're in melee range, you can stun them. And the stun is long enough for Nidalee to connect spear. But yeah, Vi top. They could go Vi top with Nidalee. Like that would be fine, but I just don't believe in Vi top. But it could be fine. Like that would be a decent idea, I think. Nidalee and Vi top could be something. But then it's like, then our comp is like Nidalee Vi, and we might just fucking lose the game. So yeah. I mean, it's really hard for G2 to play standoffs. Like, I don't know how they plan on playing standoffs with their champs. Because Aphelios Lulu doesn't, like, outrange Anivia or anything. So this Anivia is actually so fucking turbo in the game. Okay, going out to Hans. Hans had no flash. Great flash timer. They know that Hans's flash is down for 10 seconds. It's not even 5 seconds. They have the exact flash timer of Hans. So they know his flash timer is down for 5 seconds and Nemesis flashes on him. That's good shit right there. I like seeing that. That's huge. Honestly, versus team comp, I think that's a Baron star, no? They have damage. They don't have to. I think they get Baron star and turn really easily here. I think because the thing is, Velia could tank Baron here. Crowny can actually kill the Baron. And it's so hard once you have zone to ever walk into Anivia. I think that, like, if this was like a mega insane, like if this was a mega insane team, they probably leash Baron here and just start like picking off people as they come in or getting flashes as they come in. Because if you compare that to getting like 2 plates mid, like that could be insane for the game. They have Kled turn, they have Anivia to control zone, and I guess it can get complicated, so maybe it's not good. I think that hitting Baron would. I think it would work out positively for them. Yeah, this is what you have to be careful against when you play against Ryze. Oh, if Boss just clicked his ult further, he would have lived here. Nothing was getting in front of him. If he just clicked his R to like his turret and not right here, he would have lived. There was nothing that would have stopped it. It's kind of unlucky. He just clicked too short on his R. It's still a strength of Riot. I mean, the game state is still mega positive for Los Ratones, though. And if they're, like, on Drake first, I don't really see how G2 can retake. Like, they don't even have a good champ to send behind them. It's not like they can ult behind and something good happens. I mean, G2's starting Baron here, but this is way more fake than if Los Ratones did it. Skewmon actually doesn't have any armor, right? Yeah, so Skewmon doesn't have any armor, so he actually takes damage from Baron. And Kled has TP when he spawns, so he'll be able to be here. And there's no Ryze ult, no Rumble ult, so there's like 0 turn from G2. This is just troll completely. I don't know why they're hitting it. And they ended up getting Nemesis's TP. I mean, honestly, I think Nemesis should have not TP'd. Like, he TP'd really early, but this shit is like not dying. And also, one thing that you need to consider here that I think Los Ratones should be talking about in comms is that they can't do Baron because Aphelios doesn't have guns, right? If Aphelios has better guns, if Aphelios has white gun, maybe you have to be more afraid of a Baron rush. But every second that G2's hitting Baron is good for Los Ratones. Like, they don't have a way to zone Velia, so Velia is going to be able to 50-50, which G2 doesn't want. So I think that maybe it would have been better if Anivia just TP'd a little bit later. Like, you can still TP if they keep on hitting it, but you want them to hit it here for longer. Like, if this gets to like 8k and then you TP, Skumon's going to be even lower, and then you'll be able to probably play harder on mid. Like, if they all walk in here, it's so good for Los Ratones, because Los Ratones could take this position. More people are here. Los Ratones could take this position. They can take the Phalite, force G2 to walk long way, and then go straight down mid. And then they can push mid all the way, take Raptors, take Drake. I mean, they're still going to get Drake off this. Normally, if this position happens, like, G2 is inting Drake by doing this. Normally is the case. I mean, I don't mind Nemesis TPing at that time. Maybe it's better for him to just TP on mid-wave. Legit. It's fine. It's like okay. It's just, I think that you want it's like, it's good to TP mid on this timer generally. I just think you want G2 to hit it for like as long as possible. Because I think that there's a world where G2, if G2 keeps on hitting it, they might just get aced. If they keep on hitting it, right, and we don't TP, and we just let them keep on hitting it, because they're not getting off of it until TP happens. If they wait and they hit it for 5 more seconds, Boss might have a TP behind angle. Like, that's a real word behind them here. He has TP. They're going to be super low. It's like just optimizing, but I think it could be good. But LR will get Drake here for free. There's taking the control back, but should take Drake here for free. It should be free Drake. Yeah, that's free Drake. Okay. Back to the Baron standoff. G2 gets OP Crab here, which is nice. But I mean, all these sequences are going to be good for Los Ratones, because if G2 is not playing on side lane with this Ryze, this Anivia is going to be significantly stronger than him in the fights. If they're grouped on the same screen, I don't think Los Ratones can lose. They have like the full team comp. They have the zone control mage. They have the tankiest champion in the game. Their AD is insanely accelerated right now. This would honestly be a time where they could try to provoke action by hitting Baron themselves. They don't have to, right? But it's like, if they want to. Midwave coming, they're just going all in for this blue. Okay. They get the blue buff. Now they have to try to get back mid. Kind of an awkward position for them, though. I think they maybe committed too hard on this position. Maybe it's better if Nemesis doesn't commit all the way. And it's just Crowny and Velia hit, and Nemesis stands here so they can get back to mid easier. Because it kind of sucks for Los Ratones that G2 could take this path. Like, they can just loop straight back to mid. And then it's not easy for Los Ratones to walk into G2, right? And honestly, if that's a better queue, maybe they can end up like getting Caps Flash or something. And now this is a little bit awkward because you have to like walk kind of the long way. I mean, I guess they're just ditching midwave. I don't know what this is. I mean, Anivia has no flash, but I don't think Anivia can die here ever. How did this go? Crowny's just chilling. It's a little bit awkward. Well, no flash rise. No flash rise is super good. Is LR gonna hit here? I'd be very impressed if they hit here. I think that they can. Wait, the enemy has no wave. They're walking mid. I don't know, bro. It just kind of seems like they aren't very sure of what they want to do, because this is useless, right? Like, they already got the mid wave. There's no mid wave. They got the mid wave first here. I either think we're hitting or we're going back and we're catching our lanes. But I think that what they're doing right now is completely useless. Just a waste of time. Considering that, like, Yunara is 4 items, or 3 items. Normally you want to force the issue now, especially because the Ryze has no flash, and Rumble has no ult, and Aatrox has no ult. They're just significantly stronger. Like, obviously Boss and Reckless have no ult, but the position is better for LR. I feel like Los Ratones in the games I've watched, they're like pretty scared to hit Baron. And now it's not as good of a time to hit, obviously, because Rumble has ult again. But it just feels like, I mean, normally when your AD carry has 3 items like this, you really want to force the enemy to walk into you, especially when you have this good position and you have this comp. Is Anivia broken? Nemesis makes it look So good. I mean, Anivia's just good in this game. This would be a great time for them to hit. I mean, Nemesis, you can tell Crowny really wants to hit it. He can keep Skewmon out. I mean, it was like, this was not even the best timer that they had to hit. Like, they could have already been hitting here, technically. Like, here they could start hitting. Because there's no midway for a long time. And, like, this kind of becomes a little bit of a flip. I mean, the thing is here, Skewmon has no flash. So maybe they can wall him out. Yeah, they make it so he has to E this way. I mean, he could technically smite it, though, right now. I mean, it went down to 1245. That was pretty scary. That could have been stolen, but sure. I would have much rather them hit it on this timer. I think this is the timer they should be hitting. I think this timer is really fucking good to hit. No ulti Aatrox, no ulti Rumble. You can tank it forever. You have complete control. Enemy team is going to have to walk into you. Nemesis is going to be so fucking OP if they hit it right now. Like, if they hit it on this timer, Nemesis would fucking shit on everyone. And it kind of ended up becoming a flip, but it's at least they hit Baron at roughly the correct timer. They hit it before Hansama got another item. So based. I like that. And you can tell that it's Crowny that wants to hit this shit, so based as well. All right, what happens here? Skewmon is just fucked. Did he get, like, nudged over the wall by the ulti? He E's anyway. He would have been able to get it over it with that E. It's a little bit scary how this is transpiring. Oh, man. Nemesis is going forward. Oh, no. Let's watch this again. I mean, just Aphelios has white-green. So he actually can put out some pretty decent damage here. And I think Nemesis is, like, tunneling too hard on the Rise that has no flash. Because Crowny and Reckless couldn't really participate that much on this side. And Velia's just walking around. Yeah, Mundo's getting banned tomorrow. I'm telling you. Mundo, Sion, Caitlyn, 100% tomorrow. If not, like, I would do that shit. If not, Navi is unserious. I don't even think it's bad. It's a little bit funny, but I don't think it's bad at all. But yeah, and I think the main problem here is that Nemesis was too tunneled on, like, Rise having no flash. And when he's walking here, he thinks that the fight is, like, really won. Like, Skewmon's gonna die because his screen is over here. He's looking at caps. He's like, Skewmon's gonna die. He sees that his team is, like, really high life. What he thinks is gonna happen is that they can kill Skewmon and everyone can just come and help with Rise. And Rise will just be, like, Rise will just die because he'll be stunned here. He'll be walled. And yeah, his team will just be able to kill him. But I mean, the unfortunate part is that Crowny is just in this area, right? And he just uses Z. If Crowny was walking like here, if Crowny was in this zone, it would have been fine. It's generally not the best, also, just general rule to fight after you get Baron. Normally when you get Baron, you just want to reset. Nice play. Onto caps. They got to be a little bit careful because G2 knows that they were on Drake, so obviously not everyone can be there. I think the initial look was fine, but this was a little bit crazy. Oh, Hans is in no man's land. Hans is just dead. Okay, Crowny. The boys arrived. Nice. Are they going to TP behind? I don't know. I was thinking for a second they might TP behind, but it's not worth. Honestly, just push the lane. They can get a tier 2. They get blue as well. It's really good. G2 is looking for Nemesis because he's no flash. No flash, no egg. He just walks it off with phase rush. Boss's TP is ult. They just run them down. Oh yeah, they're fucked. GG. Oh my god. Yeah, they overcommitted and LR capitalized. Damn. Bro, that is by far the best game Los Ratones has played in LEC. They're just getting better. They're just getting better and better. And LEC teams are like getting more and more mental gapped as well. Like honestly, Navi is probably like, they're probably like, oh shit, bro, we can't lose as well. We can't lose as well. Crazy. Wait, look at that Reckless tech. You saw Reckless? Sitting outside of the range so the turret doesn't get tankier? I like that, bro. I wonder who told him that. Somebody told them that because they weren't doing this in like the VOD reviews that we did a week ago. So I'm not saying they got it from me. But I'm just saying that somebody on the team realized this and told them that. So that's cool to see. Schedule's been preaching this all week. Good shit. Good shit. That's how you got to learn that shit. You got to learn it. It's good. Schedule, you mentioned it in stream today. Yeah. This is something that people just have to get on the... They just got to get with the meta, bro. They changed the game. They made it work like that. It's good to see that from Reckless. I like that. It's all the micro improvements. Obviously here it didn't matter. They're going to end either way. But it's still good to see. It's good habits to form. It's a stupid mechanic though? Yeah, of course, bro. There's so many fucking stupid mechanics in the game. The game is completely ill. Go back to the final fight. I mean, main thing here is that Nemesis just doesn't end up getting caught. G2's just all-inning that this is going to snap Nemesis back. They're trying to get the Q1, and they're hoping that it pulls him back here. But because Nemesis is able to proc his phase... I guess he didn't even proc his phase rush. He just walks it off. Honestly, it's just like the little bit of movement speed from Nami, no? I think if he didn't get movement speed from Nami here with heal, he might not have walked it off. Nami's EW plus heal saves him here. He just gets healed off the Rumble ult and the W. And then as soon as this happens, Crowdy is just like, I just ulted. We are fighting 100%. They're so much stronger now. No Rumble ult. Kled just ults the ball in. Crowdy just murders everyone here. Just everyone gets killed by this Yunara. Shreds them all. Damn. Good shit. That was the best game they played. So they're playing better and better against better and better teams. So, I mean, we'll see, bro. Like, I think they might be good to make playoffs. Like, it's really just depends on how other teams do. But they might be good to make playoffs. But if they get one more win, they're like guaranteed playoffs, in my mind. There's no way that they're not making top 8 with 5 wins. Shifters plays against KC, KCB, and SK. SK plays against LR. Okay, so the main game that matters a lot for LR is the SK game. Let's say Shifters ends up beating KCB, which puts them at 4 wins. If Shifters wins against KCB and SK, which is very possible, right? I think Shifters is a better team than both these teams. They could end up on 5 wins, right? I mean, if G2 loses the rest of their games, then Los Ratones has the tiebreak over G2, right? Do they do it based on head-to-head or strength of schedule, actually? Or a strength of, what's it called? Strength of victory. I'm not actually sure how they do it. I mean, they should honestly just do it based off the head-to-head in a best of 1, right? Surely, I hope. Head-to-head? Okay, good. Head-to-head is way cleaner when you have best of 1s. So Los Ratones has the advantage over G2. I mean, you just assume that G2 is going to like beat these teams because G2 should be better than them. But G2 has been playing pretty bad league so far, so who knows? But the big game for Los Ratones is against SK. Because if SK beats Los Ratones, then SK will have the head-to-head over Los Ratones. So then if they're like 4 and 5 together, then they would get priority over that. So, I mean, if LR wins any of their last 3 games, I think they're good no matter what. But the dangerous one, like the one you really don't want to lose, is the one to SK. KCB is fucked. They're already doomed. No way they're going to make it. I mean, they could, technically. At 4 inside. Nah, they would technically have the head to head, but they would have to win 3 in a row. That's not happening. KCB's doomed. Heretics is in pretty bad spot. MKOI, Fnatic, KC, and they lose the head-to-head to Los Ratones, so they don't have to worry about these 2. So these 2 will be in the bottom 4. It's just mainly Shifters winning versus KCB and SK beating Los Ratones that could be really bad for LR. So that's what they got to watch out for. Anyways, just win one more match and you're good either way.